One man controls the material foundation beneath the civilization you inhabit, yet his name remains unknown to you. He does not manage a technology corporation. Headlines ignore him. His product is steel. While other billionaires chase publicity, this individual chose obscurity deliberately. His identity is Lakshmi Mittal, operator of ArcelorMittal, a corporation embedded so deeply within the global economy that it supplies automotive manufacturers across America, energy infrastructure throughout Ukraine, and railway networks spanning India. Operations extend across 15 nations. Customer base reaches 129 countries. The workforce totals 310,000 people. Despite this scale, Mittal maintains near invisibility to the general population. No theatrical pronouncements, no media cultivation. His narrative proves remarkable because inheritance played no role. He constructed an empire from nothing by executing the precise opposite of every instruction received. He defied governmental authority, outmaneuvered bureaucratic systems, and eventually abandoned his own family to pursue a vision nobody else believed viable. This is a chronicle of Mittal and his steel dominion. Understanding Mittal's empire construction requires grasping the current scale of his control. He leads ArcelorMittal, the planet's largest steel manufacturer. The company operates steel production facilities across 15 countries, with customer relationships spanning 129. The company encompasses the complete steel value chain, managing every production phase from extraction to delivery. The process initiates with mining raw materials, including iron ore and coal. The production phase transforms raw materials into steel. The transformation stage shapes steel into sheets, beams, and wire. The distribution phase ensures finished steel reaches factories, construction firms, and industries globally. The company essentially powers mobility through steel utilized in automobiles, trains, and transport networks. It shapes construction from buildings and ports to power infrastructure and major projects. As stated, Mittal's operation employs over 310,000 individuals. Given his success and influence, you might find it surprising that he earned everything by opposing his family, his mentors, and the expectations of an entire generation of Indian industrialists. He executed precisely what he was instructed to avoid. Lakshmi Mittal was born in a small Indian town in 1950. India had gained independence in 1947 after nearly 2 centuries of British colonial occupation. Poverty remained widespread. Industry was scarce. The true middle class was tiny, but aspirational. From this class, many Indian industrialists would emerge. Lakshmi's father operated a steel mill. The boy labored there after school, observed furnaces, and absorbed everything possible about the steel production process. He possessed natural aptitude for complex finance. He achieved the highest scores his college had recorded in accountancy and commercial mathematics. His principal offered him a teaching position the same day he graduated. But Mittal harbored larger ambitions. He declined because he wanted his own empire. Opportunity could not materialize in India at that time. The country was trapped in what people now call the license Raj. The government controlled nearly everything, deciding what businesses could manufacture, production quantities, and even product pricing. It dictated capital allocation. Talent mattered far less than connections. Only individuals with correct contacts and wealthy backgrounds could launch businesses during that period. For a young man like Mittal, this environment was suffocating. He understood that building something truly significant required looking beyond India's borders. Opportunity arrived suddenly. His family had purchased rice fields in Indonesia to construct a steel plant. The plan failed because permits never arrived. Lakshmi was sent there with a straightforward order to sell land and return home with cash. But Lakshmi refused to sell. Instead, he studied the market and developed plans to revive the steel project. A problem emerged. Mittal had no capital. India maintained strict exchange controls blocking citizens from transferring money abroad. He discovered a solution. The Indian government permitted overseas investment through an export scheme. He could purchase machinery in India and export it to Indonesia, and the state would lend him up to 85% of the cost. This was entirely legal and clever. He persuaded Indonesian officials about technology transfer and job creation. He received permits. He officially launched PT Ispat Indo, a greenfield steel plant built from scratch with no legacy systems. Lakshmi maintained full control. He spent the next 10 years mastering operations. He improved efficiency, reduced waste, and transformed an abandoned project into a profit-generating operation. Soon, he faced another problem. Efficiency did not equal scaling. The plant produced approximately 330,000 tons annually. Global giants could produce millions. The problem was the supply chain, not the plant itself. Instead of starting fresh, he chose a different approach. Apply his efficiency to existing underperforming plants. Timing was perfect. The steel industry was declining. Many factories were selling for tiny fractions of construction cost. He perceived what others missed. Scale would come from acquisition, not new construction. In 1989, Lakshmi targeted a failing plant in Trinidad and Tobago. Mill was government-owned, losing enormous sums. Mittal promised to make the plant profitable. In return, he requested a future option to purchase the plant at a favorable price. The government agreed. He replaced expensive foreign personnel and hired 60 managers from India. New team cost fraction of previous payroll. He pushed the team harder with ruthless pursuit of efficiency. Within 1 year, output doubled. 5 years later, he bought the plant outright. Deal became his blueprint. Around this time, the communist world had collapsed. With access to global finance and a proven portfolio, Mittal expanded massively. He hunted for SiC mills across Eastern Europe, acquiring plants in Romania, Poland, and the Czech Republic. Western banks backed him. Funding came from the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, HSBC, and Credit Suisse. With a ruthless focus on efficiency, almost all turned a profit. However, not everything proceeded smoothly. The Indian government was opening its market. Around this time, tension erupted in 1995. Lakshmi clashed with his family. His father and brother wanted to keep the family steel business focused in India. They wanted Lakshmi to step away from international operations, abandoning his global vision. Essentially, they wanted him to return home. But Lakshmi openly defied his family. His father and brothers saw it as betrayal. Lakshmi saw them as not being ambitious enough. From that point onwards, Lakshmi did not look back. He continued his strategy: buy failing mills and send in management teams to turn them around. Soon, he made his biggest gamble. He bought a vast steel plant in Temirtau, a decaying industrial town in Kazakhstan. It had been a major hub for Soviet steel production, but now was in ruins. Workers had gone months without pay. Systems had collapsed. Everyone in the business community thought Mittal had made a grave mistake. The Wall Street Journal called it Mr. Mittal's Waterloo. All would be proven wrong. He brought in trusted Indian managers. He paid workers in cash. Soviet-era inefficiencies were scrapped. Production doubled within 1 year. The Kazakh factory became his crown jewel, the largest and most profitable operation. In 2004, he consolidated his holdings. Ispat International, LNM Holdings, recently acquired US-based International Steel Group, which was merged into Mittal Steel Company. A century earlier, Rockefeller and Carnegie had used the same approach, consolidating weak, fragmented industries into strong, profitable ones. Fortune magazine named Mittal European Businessman of the Year in 2004. 2 years later, Mittal Steel merged with Arcelor, a major European steel company. The merger gave rise to the largest steel producer in history. The combined firm adopted the name ArcelorMittal. Even as Lakshmi Mittal built his global empire, his family back home would get into trouble. In 2019, Lakshmi had to step in for his brother Pramod Mittal. His brother's company owed $290 million to the State Trading Corporation. Lakshmi paid off most of it, helping Pramod avoid criminal proceedings. But the reprieve was short-lived because next year, Pramod went bankrupt again. Legal action followed, and this time Lakshmi did not intervene despite family pressure. The source later told The Times they are no longer close and live separate lives. Lakshmi now spends most effort on philanthropy, giving generously to education and social causes. Among his beneficiaries is Harvard University, supporting scholarships and research programs. He is part of the university's Global Advisory Council, a body that helps design programs for future business leaders. He has donated to UNICEF, which works to improve child nutrition and health worldwide. As for his business, he continues pursuing more efficiency. In recent years, he put a larger focus on innovation rather than just management. Under his leadership, ArcelorMittal has pioneered steelmaking processes that use less energy, cut carbon emissions, and reduce costs. The World Steel Association recognized his contributions in 2010, awarding him its medal for advancing sustainable development in the global steel industry. but clearly there still needs to be a lot more done. Awards do not tell ground reality. Lawsuits do. His company has gotten into a number of legal issues relating to industrial pollution. Another issue is how much influence is being concentrated in the hands of billionaires, not just over the economy, but also on policy. Take Mittal's own example. His control over the steel industry gave him access to the highest government circles. He sits as an advisor on the National Investment Council in Kazakhstan and Ukraine. These councils have tasked him with finding ways to attract more foreign investment. He is part of the global CEO Council of the Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries, China's platform for promoting international business collaboration. He is a member of the World Economic Forum's International Business Council, a body that brings together global business leaders to advise on policy and economic strategy. Remarkably, his name is not widely recognized as other billionaires, despite how his legacy is now visible in classrooms, boardrooms, and cities powered by steel he helped produce. If you want to draw a lesson from this story, it is that Lakshmi Mittal is an example of why you would not want to wait for opportunities. You have to seize them when opportunity arises. But also, we should take a critical look at him. He has done much for the steel industry and helped revive businesses, but at the same time he has contributed to pollution and environmental damage, and his way of management has much to be desired. It puts people under significant pressure, but economic success is hard to argue with. On a personal note, he also had feuds with his family. He had to separate from them because he did not agree with their methods and viewpoints about the world. If this investigation into Lakshmi Mittal's steel empire and how he built global industrial dominance resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to understand these business strategies, and subscribe for more examinations of billionaires and industries shaping the global economy.